Newsflash 1. At the World Economic Forum in Davos, European leaders sought to present a united front in response to President Donald Trump's latest global strategic moves. French President Emmanuel Macron said the European Union should not submit to the law of the strongest, calling it crazy that the bloc is even having to consider using its anti-coercion instrument against the United States. Newsflash 2. Russia launched airstrikes on Tuesday, cutting electricity to more than 1 million residents in Kyiv and affecting substations that transmit power from Ukraine's nuclear plants. Ukraine warned that Moscow is using the risk of nuclear disaster as a tool of coercion while intensifying winter attacks on energy infrastructure, leaving civilians exposed to freezing temperatures. Newsflash 3. Governments around the world reacted cautiously to President Trump's invitation to join a proposed Board of Peace, with diplomats warning that the initiative could undermine the existing work of the United Nations. Asked about the plan on Tuesday, Trump said, "You've got to let the UN continue." Newsflash 4. The U.S. Department of Justice has issued subpoenas to the offices of Minnesota's governor and attorney general, as well as the mayors of Minneapolis and St. Paul, to assess whether their public opposition to the Trump administration's stepped-up immigration enforcement in the Twin Cities could constitute a crime. One grand jury subpoena, made public by Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, demands records since 2025 related to cooperation or lack of cooperation with federal immigration authorities. Newsflash 5. President Trump held a news conference at the White House on Tuesday to mark the first anniversary of his return to office, but the remarks frequently veered off topic. He spoke about the Nile River being in Egypt, joked about renaming the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of Trump, made disparaging comments about Somali Americans, and complained that he had not received sufficient credit for his achievements. Newsflash 6. Another train derailment has occurred in Spain. Near Barcelona, days of heavy rain caused a retaining wall to collapse onto the tracks, derailing a commuter train and killing the driver, while seriously injuring 4 passengers. The accident came just 2 days after a high-speed train collision and derailment near Córdoba in southern Spain that killed 42 people. Newsflash 7. Protests erupted across the United States on the first anniversary of President Trump's second term as demonstrators opposed his hardline immigration crackdown. Thousands of U.S. workers and students marched through cities and university campuses on Tuesday to protest Trump's immigration policies,